In this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I afford to travel the world, and it may not be what you're expecting. 15 days from today, you can make anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000 a month realistically. Hey, so if you're new to this channel, my name is Clesca, and over the past 12 months, my wife and I have been able to travel more than we've ever traveled in a 12-month period in our lives. So I released this video last year about why we moved to Da Nang, Vietnam, and ever since that video came out, the #1 question I've received was, hey, it's all very nice, but how do you afford to travel the world? How do you make money online while you live abroad? So if you're like me a year ago, dreaming of being able to travel the world and actually make money online so you can be location independent, hit the subscribe button and also click the notification bell so you can be notified when we release the next video. So let me go back a few years to just give you the idea of when that dream of traveling the world came about. So in 2012, I was sitting at home and my brother gave me a call to help him set something up. He lives in Costa Rica. He wanted me to help him set some business account up so he could do this thing to make money online. And I said, that was the first time I was exposed to the idea. So I said, I actually would like to try this. So over the last 8 years, I've done almost everything you can think of. I've done drop shipping, I've done FBA on Amazon, I've sold Kindle books, I have everything you could think of on the internet. I have tried. I have succeeded at a few of them and I have failed at most of them, just like most of us. So fast forward a little bit to 2015, I was able to quit my job working at Häagen-Dazs, which I had for 9 years. So at that point I was full-time online, but my wife was not yet at the time. She was still working. So at that point we still wanted to travel. After we got married, we were just looking for a way for both of us to be able to make enough money on the internet so we could go. We were ready to go at that point. So finally one day I was watching a video on YouTube and this 22-year-old guy was being interviewed and he was talking about how he makes his money traveling. He actually was living in Thailand at the time, but he was in that video, he was in Vietnam, which is where I am now. So during the interview he was talking about what he does to make money, and he said he teaches English online and he only works like 3 hours a day. I said, what? So I sent that video to Christina because I figured, at that point, this is something we can do. So I sent the video to her and the rest is history. So if this hasn't answered your question, we currently teach English online to Chinese kids. So I currently teach for 2 different companies, and Christina is hired by 4. So they hire you and you're an independent contractor. So you don't have any obligations. You can open and close your schedule as you wish. So I teach for 2 because I got hired by 1 and I was teaching for a few months, and then we figured, hey, this is starting to work. Christina's starting to make enough money now and I'm making enough money teaching. We also do other things online, but this is what we use to fund all our travels. So we said, hey, if we're gonna get up and go from Miami to Vietnam, like 30 hours away, we want to at least have some security if something were to happen. Our internet goes out for 2 days and we had to cancel a bunch of classes, and we get our contract terminated, we would have another layer of security to if anything were to happen with 1. As I'm shooting this video, it is probably the fastest and quickest way to start earning enough money on the internet. There are many business ventures you could do, but this by far, you could, from this moment as you hear about this right now, if this is your first time hearing about this, 15 days from today, you could actually be teaching and making a few $1,000s a month. So why do I think this is currently the best opportunity and best way to start earning a good income online in a short period of time? Well, it is still, like I said, it is still a new opportunity. It's probably 5 years old at this point. And even Kobe Bryant, one of the great minds that we've had, was actually an investor in one of the companies I'm going to tell you about today. So the second reason, which is probably going to be the best reason for you guys, is the pay is great. All right. So just for sitting at home, opening your laptop and talking to some kids every day for a few hours, you can get paid up to $25, $26 an hour. Up to. So this is not a guarantee. I currently get $23 an hour. On average, you can make anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000 a month realistically. All right. So, I mean, just think about this. What could $2,000 to $4,000 do for you? So you can imagine living in Vietnam. I'm gonna do a cost of living video, but with our expenses for two of us here in Da Nang, Vietnam, being probably less than $1,200, this is definitely more than enough for anyone to be able to support themselves to travel almost anywhere around the world. So the next one is the schedule is very flexible. So you can work as little or as much as you want. Each class is 25 minutes long. So if you want to work tonight, you wake up this morning and you say, hey, I don't have any plans for today. I want to work. You can just go and open up all your slots for tonight. If you want to work next week, you open your slots for next week. You change your mind, you close them before you get booked. You know, if you want to take a trip next week, just don't open your schedule for next week. And the next thing is there is no course planning. So when people think about teaching, one of the things you would dread is thinking that I'm gonna have to prep the content for the class and I'm gonna have to grade papers. There is none of that. You wake up, you show up to the class, you teach, you log out, you are done. There is no planning, all right? Now, the only thing you need to do is 5 minutes before, look over the content a little bit so you can mentally prepare how you're gonna teach. If you have some stuff, like if it's talking about apples, if you have an apple next to you, take the apple and prepare some things, but everything is done for you. There is no planning. Everything is done for you. You just show up to the class and talk to the kids and walk them through the course layout. And the last one is you can work anywhere in the world. All you need is a laptop and a good internet connection. That's it. So before we move on to the requirements to teach English online, I'm curious, leave in the comments below how much money would change your life. Do you just need to make an extra $500 on the weekends? Do you need to make $2,000? $3,000? Do you want to work part-time, full-time? Whatever it is, how much money would change your life right now? If you could get hired tomorrow, what is the number? How much money would change your life? So what are the requirements to start teaching English online? The first thing you'll need is a bachelor's degree. I personally have a business degree. Christina has a nursing degree. Now, if you do have a teaching degree, your chances of getting paid more are much higher. So if you do, that's perfect for you. But if you don't, I have a business degree which has nothing to do with teaching. A bachelor's degree in any field is the first thing. So the next thing they require is that you have at least 1 year of experience with teaching. So that if you're not a teacher, you're still good. If you are a teacher, that's good. That's a plus for you. But if you're not, any experience, if you've tutored someone before, if you have homeschooled someone before, even babysitting, help some kids do their homeworks, but 1 year of experience teaching or assisting someone to learn something. So the next thing is that you are a native English speaker. What that means is that you fluently speak English, all right? English is my third language. So if I can do this, you can too. And the next thing you're gonna need is a TEFL certificate. So ESL, TEFL, TESOL, any certification for teaching English as a second language will work. So you're gonna just upload that. And if you don't have one, just click the link below. And this course, you can get it for $21. And in 1 weekend, you can just sit down and go through the whole thing and you'll have your certification, and at some point even before or after you get hired, they will require that you upload it. So just get it and you'll be on your way. So what companies do I actually teach for? I teach for 2 companies, like I said. I teach for GoGo Kid and VIP Kid. So if up to this point you feel this is something you would like to do, what companies do I recommend that you apply for? Now, there are 2 cases. If you are eligible to work in the US and Canada, I have a recommendation for you. And if you are from anywhere else in the world, I have another recommendation for you, so stay tuned. So if you are eligible to work in the US or Canada, I recommend that you start with GoGo Kid first. Mostly because they tend to pay a bit more. They tend to pay on average about $2 more per hour. So that's what I've noticed from people who have gotten hired by both. I get paid about $2 or even $3 more per hour with GoGo Kid than with VIP Kid. Now, VIP Kid is also very well known. They're actually the biggest Teach English online company right now. So you will not go wrong if you want to apply for VIP Kid instead. I teach for both. You can end up doing the same, but to start, choose one. And if pay is a factor, start with GoGo Kid. Then once you're hired by GoGo Kid, then move on to VIP Kid. Now, if you're from anywhere else in the world, I recommend that you apply to Say ABC. Most of my Australian friends, English, South African, mostly everyone else that is not Canadian or American that I know, they are teaching with Say ABC. So if this sounds exciting to you and you're ready to get started, whether you're trying to make an extra $500, $1,500, or $3,000 a month, click one of my referral links below and create an account. Once you've created your account, you'll have immediate access to all the training material you need. And also, I am incentivized to help you get hired. So if at any point throughout the application process you have a question or anything is unclear, I'm gonna include an email in the description below. Shoot me an email and I'll even send you a document with some extra tips and tricks to help you get hired and also possibly help you increase your base pay. So if this video was helpful at all, please hit the like button and also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next video. And if you still have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll try my best to reply to all of them. And before I let you go, remember to create a life worth living.